I remember hearing on the radio for the first time that the plane flew into one of the towers. I was driving in for a meeting, so I was about 45 minutes away from my home when I heard for the first time. And when I arrived for the meeting, and as people were coming in, we were hearing more and more about it. Still not quite sure what was going on. By the end of the meeting, we had found a TV, pulled it into the meeting room, and that's when I saw the towers fall.
What I remember about 9/11, I was in the 9th grade, and I was in school when it actually happened, and everything shut down. It was more or less trying to all figure out what was actually going on, watching the news.
And at the time, I was the director of nursing services for a 40-bed assisted living facility. So I had 40 elderly patients all glued to the TV.
I was in my room at my parents' house. I had just enlisted into the Army about a week prior, and I remember basically waking up to it on the news. And it just more or less kind of woke me up to reality, what I had just done the week prior and what I was about to get into. So it was definitely a life-changing experience.
I had one teacher actually just turned everything off and told us to sit there and think about it, because we'd remember that moment for the rest of our lives. And it was very true. I remember it was Mr. Cobb's American history class. He said that we'd remember, and I certainly do.
On my way home, I had to drive past an Air Force base, an Army base, and it was just unreal, just unreal.
But I knew that we had to stop this so it didn't come to our shores. It didn't come to our homes, and that's why I'm here.
Seeing how people just come together in a crisis no matter what. It didn't matter where you came from, who you were.
It just kind of brought me to what the realities are as far as serving my country, the sacrifices soldiers have to make for freedom, and just that it was real, you know.
The way that I think the Americans pulled together at that time was nothing I'd ever seen before. I was just so amazed that by the time, you know, even that day, by the time I got out of work and driving home, the number of flags that were already hanging up, I'm sorry.
We became one. I mean, people from all over came to the city to help. That was my first inclination, was I gotta go help.
But what they didn't understand was that we're like one big dysfunctional family. We will pull together and we will strike back.
We're still doing it right now, Operation Enduring Freedom, chasing after the Taliban, still looking for the insurgents. Every day there's soldiers going out still. I'm
in the military, and I'm in it because of 9/11. So that definitely major impact on my life. And then to be here in Afghanistan is just, and coming up on the anniversary, it's very, something I never thought would be possible.
I actually was looking forward to deployment because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to affect and take care of the wounded warriors, anybody. I mean, I just wanted to make it a little better for them.
It really is such an honor to serve with the men and women that are over here, because they're just awesome.
It's something that every soldier that's been downrange will carry with them for the rest of their lives.
I've been spoiled. I never had to worry about freedom. I could say what I wanted, I could do what I wanted, go to whatever college I wanted, travel wherever I wanted.
Seeing how other people have to live, what living well somewhere else is compared to, you know, living well as an American is totally different.
Here, you don't have those options.
And you see how other people have to live and the sacrifices that we've made, that previous sacrifices that have been made for us to live with the freedoms that we do enjoy and that we are able to live with.
We have a job to do, and you know, we're here doing it. We knew that at the time when we you know, struck back that it was going to be a long road. I don't know if anybody realized it was going to be this long, but it was definitely a fight worth fighting for. To come in and hoping that we did make a positive impact on the life of the people.
I got to know the people and to understand they're just like you and I. They want to feed their family, raise their kids, and not be bothered.
We're very blessed with our nation. I think it's very important that we are here to combat it here, and you know, never have our families succumb to, you know, the misfortunes and the terror that, you know, some people live with on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, they fight to live. When you speak to most Americans, you know, fighting to live is something they say in a totally different context.
For me, it's kind of an honor being part of it at the end, and just being able to at least say I've been a part of it before it all wrapped up. It was just really an honor and a privilege